Red Dead Redemption 2's lowest budget mission. This is the weirdest, dumbest, last-minute homework mission in the entire game, especially for such an important part of the story. This mission is so ass I quit my playthrough. Genuinely terrible. In my other vid, roasting Red Dead 2's ending, I said that this cutscene was the weirdest cutscene in the entire game. But that was a massive lie, because it's this mission that has the weirdest cutscene in the entire game by far. It's not even a competition. So the mission is a bit like a GTA 5 heist, except instead of money or gold or anything good, we're just heisting John. And like a GTA 5 heist mission, there's two segments. The build-up segment and then the actual heist mission. But it seems like they blew the entire budget on the build-up mission, then had nothing left for the big rescue mission itself. So first I'm going to quickly recap the setup mission. The first part I actually quite liked, at the beginning anyway. By this point in the story, you've been in this world for a lot of hours, and so suddenly seeing it from a brand new perspective I thought was really cool.
Oh my God.
Then, things get stupid. We fly to the prison, and then guards start shooting at us, but thankfully they miss every shot. Then Sadie gets chased by O'Driscolls for some reason. Sadie then decides that this is a good idea. Meanwhile, people are shooting at us the entire time. I have no idea how Sadie gets away with all this. When Lenny died, he didn't even get a cutscene. Lenny would not survive any of this. Sadie gets this guy killed and just doesn't even care. She just doesn't even acknowledge it at all.
You got that poor bastard killed for his troubles. I kinda liked him.
They got Combe, the government. They got Combe O'Driscoll.
It seems like they spent all their money on this mission. The balloon, the animations, the cutscenes, etc. And then they realized, oh shit, we forgot John's still in prison. And then came up with this mission. So, the setup mission is finished, and now finally for the mission in question. The mission is called Visiting Hours. It's the one where John gets captured. Then Sadie and a 1 HP Arthur travel to Azkaban on a shitty wooden boat to rescue him. An entire island of guards versus a housewife and a hospital patient. Even Abigail's there, and she's like, yeah, this doesn't seem ridiculous at all. Can I come?
I insist. Insist all you like. Ain't happening. Arthur, tell her.
Tell her what?
She ain't coming with us to collect her husband.
Abigail, you ain't coming. That's the end of the matter.
They paddle up to the prison, alert the guards on purpose for some reason, take a guard hostage somehow, and then walk up to the gate and ask nicely for John back. Give us back the main character. Alright, sorry. There was a similar scenario in Red Dead 1 that ended up being a bit more realistic.
Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Like I mentioned earlier, this mission has the worst cutscene I've ever seen in a Rockstar game. Maybe I've just got high standards, but when characters start teleporting around, I think that's too much. It's not that long, so I'll just play it.
Come on, Arthur. Let's keep moving.
Where is he? You see him?
No. You. Mister. You know John Marston?
He ain't working today. Put the gun down, lady.
No. You put the gun down. Now. Where's John Marston?
He ain't in the work detail today.
Okay, well, I guess we'll go and get him together.
This is what happens. So first they make sure the entire island knows they're there by shooting these guards. Then we run over and Sadie starts interrogating one that I just shot in the head 10 seconds earlier. As they get there, there's clearly nobody around or they would have reacted to them. But then this guy Milliken just teleports in with a shotgun. And then Arthur says, nah, if you're going to start teleporting, I'm going to start teleporting too. And then teleports behind him somehow. Maybe if they were in like a room full of boxes, they could have hidden, but they're in an open field. I don't know if I'm just being picky, but this kind of thing, why are you teleporting around? Unless Milliken was hid behind that barn, and then Arthur was also hid behind the barn, and they just didn't see each other, and then somehow they managed to get all the way over here. There's no way. I have no idea why Arthur just kicks away Milliken right in front of all these guards. Why not just back off a little bit first so they don't shoot you? Thanks for John. Hey, feel free to actually just kill the lot of us. They've got like 100 guys and cannons and everything. Say they walk up to the gates and the guards just say, no, we're not giving John back. What are you going to do? Are you going to shoot Milliken? Then you're definitely going to die. In a universe where bullets actually hit people anyway.
Okay. Then we go rescue him.
From a state penitentiary?
No.
Then, once he's out, they murder like 100 guards and just paddle home. The guards just have to shoot one hole in that boat and it's job done. They're all drowning. There's nothing we can do. They've got 2 main characters and Sadie fucking Adler. Quick, get on the dog shit paddle boat. I've got a cunning theory as to why this mission was so weird. Stay with me for a minute. So a lot of people who played Red Dead 1 get something confused. In Red Dead 1, they constantly talk about how John was always robbing banks.
You killed hundreds of innocent people. You've robbed at least 40 banks that we're aware of.
They told us there was a prize when you got to 50.
He also reveals that he was abandoned during a robbery after getting shot. So, playing Red Dead 2, when John gets abandoned during this robbery, you might assume he also got shot, and then that was how he got captured. But actually, he was never shot here. He just somehow managed to get captured in the 8 seconds it takes Arthur to climb this ladder and shoot some guys. During a firefight, mind you. Some cops managed to sneak up to John, who was probably shooting at them, and somehow take him hostage without hurting him. Anyway, the reason this is all relevant is that later when we rescue John is crazy weak for some reason in this cutscene.
You always seem to need rescuing, Marston. Nice to see you, Arthur. There's some fellas coming here. Don't look too friendly. We best get out of here.
Come on, boys, let's move. I'll roll. You shoot.
Seriously?
Let me. You're a better shot.
Right, fine. You just relax and enjoy yourself, John. Leave the real work to them as can still handle it.
Thanks.
Thanks! At first I assumed he was weak because he got shot before getting captured. But it turns out actually it's because I have no fucking idea why it is. Like surely he could at least point a gun at them. You can't just plot armor your way home. We're not sailing home on your plot armor. Don't worry lads, I'm in Red Dead 1. Like, maybe he's just tired from the work detail, but there's not a single piece of dialogue to indicate that that's the case. It would have been so much better if they had just rescued him from the work detail. Well, so he just had the day off too. John, they're gonna kill us.
Don't look too friendly. We best get out of here.
Keep them off us.
What are you doing, John? Also, John, you were shooting fine just a minute ago, mate. My theory is that the bank was initially where he was supposed to get shot and abandoned. Because to me, that later train shooting seemed very rushed. Like, look at Arthur's fingers here. Jesus, man. And how John's shooter does this little hop every single time. Well, for me anyway. The big important moment that changes the entire trajectory of John's life. And this guy's no clipping around like Mary Poppins. And then John doesn't even hold his arm in the right place. Like, you're gonna bleed out, man. I feel like they had this giant moment planned, but then ran out of budget or time, and then they had to Frankenstein back together whatever they had. Another theory I've heard is that the only reason John got captured in the first place during the bank robbery is because he can't swim. He would have died on the way to Guarma. I know someone's gonna be like, yeah, they made a whole island. That's where the budget went. But creating the world usually happens early in development by a different team. Like, if you're trying to design a mission, the cutscenes and all that, you can't do that with nothing to put it on, you know? So by the time they finally got to this mission, I think the budget was empty. Time constraints too, probably a big factor. After about 7 years in development, they remembered that games do eventually need to actually get released. I'm really just saying it's low budget because everything feels low budget. But I don't work at Rockstar or anything. I don't really know for certain what happened here. I just think it's funny pointing at the most richest, powerful company on the planet and being like, they ran out of money. Because honestly, Rockstar should probably be above this level of quality.